It is 8 o'clock on the dot on a beautiful Sunday morning. We are starting off with Coffee Talk, where we get together every day, 7 days a week at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we chat for a few minutes. Usually it's a half an hour, but on the weekends I've got the Today Show thing going on, so I have to go do that. But at any rate, here's a live look outside. We are beginning, at least in this vantage point, with a whole lot of cloud cover. That's, of course, looking toward the buildings, and you can see that low cloud deck in place. Let's look over toward the tourist district. Of course, there have been many people out there for the Run Disney races today. Of course, it was the Tower of Terror 10-miler. It was a great day for that. Let's head over toward Brevard County, Melbourne. Clear skies. Good morning. Meanwhile, in Cocoa, look at that. The sun is coming up. It's an absolutely beautiful day. I'm so grateful that you're here hanging out with me on a Sunday morning. Let's talk about things, okay? First and foremost, temperatures looking just comfy. Upper 50s in Ocala, 60s for the rest of us, 66 in Orlando, 67 degrees in Melbourne, and about 68 degrees in Titusville. Our first warning, live Doppler radar, scanning, not finding anything, but scanning. I'll take it. I'll take every bit of good weather we can. All right, so where do we go from here to there today? We gradually are clearing out the clouds, if there's any left. Kind of the areas of fog are what we're considering cloud cover here on the 12-hour forecast. That will burn off, and we are going to look better and better and better through the day. 71 by 11 o'clock, about 74, 75 degrees by lunchtime, and we push to about 83 degrees this afternoon. And at that point, we will have bright sunshine. I'm hoping to get in the pool today. I've got the pool blanket on there. Hopefully we won't have to run the heater too much this morning. That's what I would like. Joanne says, loved all the rain we got yesterday. Storm was hairy at times, but we needed the rain so bad. Got 4+ inches. Did you really? There are many areas that got a ton of rain. I actually didn't even look this morning to see how much we got at my house. Stand by. While we're talking, let's talk about rainfall. And I want to specifically mention Melbourne, okay? It has been a wet April already in Melbourne. Melbourne, you've seen 5.68 inches of rain already this month. Oh, and that only accounts for 2 days climatologically. It's already the 5th wettest April on record. Yeah, the 5th wettest April on record. Isn't that wild? I think it is. The 5th wettest April on record. That's wild. And there's 28 days to go. So very interesting stuff. For the year, if we look at, let's see here. Let me think about this. Not the temperature almanac. This is the one. Almanac rain. Almanac rain MLB. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. All right, so here's the Rainfall Almanac. So yesterday, 1.22. Yeah, 1.22 inches of rain yesterday. And you, of course, had 4+ inches the day before. So that's Melbourne. Let's look at MCO. Let's look at Orlando International Airport. Orlando yesterday saw over an inch of rain. It says March. Ignore that. It should say... You're going to make me change it, aren't you? Hold on, I'll change it for you. I want to be accurate. It says March so far. It should say April. There we go. April so far, 3 inches. That puts us 2.91 above. So yeah, just kind of interesting stuff. I love getting into the numbers. There's a lot of interesting stats there. But when we look at the year as a whole, all of our reporting stations are above where they should be. Melbourne, you are 5.5 inches above where you should be. And that all came in the last couple days. Nancy says accuracy counts. I mean, right? Like if I, right? if I don't go for accuracy, then what the deuce am I doing in here, right? Charles says, good morning, so much rain yesterday. My friend, a couple of houses down from you, I got 1.34 inches of rain. But what's interesting is that while I got 1.34 inches of rain yesterday, I got even more the day before. I got 2.12 inches of rain the day before. So anyway, for the month, I have gotten 3.46 inches of rain. Yeah, that's kind of cool. For the year, I've gotten 9.84. Anyway, you get the idea. Joanne says, and to think Melbourne was almost 12 below last year. Well, and that's it. And because of all this rain, and it doesn't take a meteorologist to determine this, but the fire danger index for today, ironically, is in the moderate category for Brevard. Is that for real? My allergies are beating me up today. Yeah, I mean, technically, Brevard and Polk counties are under a moderate fire danger index. That's hilarious. Now, one thing to note, okay, and it's hilarious in context of this conversation, right? But all of it coming down at once is not a good thing. So, you head into South Florida and the moderate fire danger index is there. But, yeah, low fire danger for the rest of us, so that's good. All right, so it's beautiful today. As I mentioned, it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day. Let's take a look at Futurecast for the day ahead, okay? So here we are. Now, one thing that's interesting, it's showing moisture around this morning. Obviously, that's not the case. There is no rainfall whatsoever. It's showing the clouds clearing through the day. I think that the clouds have even cleared at this point, so it's a great day. Whatever your plans are, make sure to be outside and enjoy. Are we expecting a wet week ahead, Mark's asking? There will be at times some showers. Janet's asking, can I go to Lake Eola today at noon? I don't want to be rained on. Thank you for your advice. Yes, go today at noon. Go this morning at 10 a.m. Go all day. It's that kind of a day. Go enjoy. We were stuck inside. Can I share something with you guys and gals? There were several moments yesterday where I thought that Jeannie and I were living in an alternate universe. I took Eric and Alexander out and we went to Publix and we went to Chick-fil-A for lunch and we had some fun. But when we got home and I was having to track and rapid tweet radar images and post to radar images and all that stuff, all I heard was every 2 seconds, screaming or crying, screaming or crying, screaming or crying, screaming or crying. I know that there are some days where parenting is hard, certainly days where you can't go outside. Man, those are hard days. So that's why on a day like today, I'm going to tell you in no uncertain terms, go outside and enjoy. Because you have to. It's that kind of a day. You have to. Yes, there will be rising rain chances this week, but go outside and enjoy. You deserve it. I deserve it. We deserve it. All right? Holly, good morning. One day, could you please explain how to read the barometric pressure? I suffer from neuropathy, and I'm trying to pinpoint the barometric pressure has anything to do with it. Thanks in advance. Sure. So the oversimplified definition, we can just chat about it briefly. The oversimplified way of explaining barometric pressure is these weather maps. We always talk about high pressure and low pressure. That is referring to the barometric pressure. Think of it as the weight of the atmosphere. Okay? Low pressure is when there's storms around. High pressure is when there's nice weather. So here we are entering into an area of high pressure. Okay? Then the next time that there's going to be storms around, the pressure will be dropping. All right? So that's the overall oversimplified version. We could get into it. Man, my allergies are killing me today. So that's it. Brevard will probably be in the green the next time they update the product. Yeah, I would imagine tonight. But again, 5 inches of rain in 2 days is not going to do the same thing as 5 inches of rain over 7 days. Because you've got to soak that soil. And you know that, Carolyn. The one thing, though, is that the fire danger index, it takes in soil moisture and all these, evaporation rates and all this other stuff. Natalie says, get that vitamin D. Yes, go outside, get at least 20 minutes. Yeah, go out, get a little bit of sunshine, for goodness sake. Hey, I'm on TV right now. Go outside, get a little something. Nancy says, good morning. Our allergies are awful this morning. It says medium level for our area, which is surprising. Yeah, so about that, I agree with you. My allergies have just gotten me. This is, what's so funny? Can I let you guys and gals in on a little inside baseball here? So we do research. What? You do research to find out what you're supposed to talk about in the weather world? We do. The pollen count graphic that I'm showing you. I feel like every morning people ask about it. Would you believe me if I told you this is one of the graphics that tests the worst? I feel like that's more of a generalization, though, because I feel like, yeah, if you show it when people aren't suffering, then yeah, people aren't going to care. But in Central Florida this time of year, when allergies are kicking all of our tuchuses, people care. We do professional research, but I also feel like Coffee Talk is its own live research project for me. I feel like I feel like you guys and gals are a focus group every day. Did you know that? Did you know that I use you as a focus group? Because the questions you ask probably should be questions I answer on my weather forecasts. Did you know that? If not, I'm sorry. We're taking advantage of each other. I'm giving you free weather information. You're giving me free information on what you want. We work together. That's what friends are for. Tim says, I'm also watching the Today Show this morning and they're cutting to local weather early. You're missing it. April Fool's +2. Yeah, I'm like, I taped them. Those short ones we taped. The 15-second inserts, we taped those. The 8:25 one that is 10 minutes away, that's live. Which is why I can talk to you on Coffee Talk during that. Let's see here. Wendy says, welcome to the world of preschoolers. Oh, it is chaos. Uh-oh. We're at an unplanned hold on the SLS. Today, I wish I had the tower cam to show you the SLS rocket, but for whatever reason, our NASA tower cam is offline right now. But they are in the midst of working through a wet dress rehearsal for SLS. So, cool. It's not going to launch, but they're going through their procedures. Sherry says, my kids used to drive me nuts on days like that. You know what the thing is? They're so flipping sweet, and they're so flipping sour at the same time. They're so sweet, and God, I love them, but when one tries to throw another one, and then one tries to bite another one, and then don't touch me, and he spit. All you parents know what I'm talking about. You guys and gals have been there, or were there, and you've moved out of that phase of life. Wow, that's a lot. Now I understand why Walt Disney invented Walt Disney World. Thank you. Thank you. Now I know why Shamu invented SeaWorld. Now I know why the universe invented Universal. I don't know. I need a place to offset some of that energy with the kids, because these days at home, when we can't go outside and do anything, why I can't even walk around the neighborhood. Holy cannoli, those are the days that drive me crazy. It's a lot. Natalie, is it air dry in the studio? Get a humidifier at home. I don't know that it's, I don't know. I just know that my nose, my nose, it's 100%. I'm an allergy sufferer that's terrible at taking allergy medication, and that's my fault. you know? I tell people all the time, and somebody's going to bark and be like, oh, self-deprecating humor. I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. I think I am on things that I like weather. Challenge me, you know? On nerddom of that, challenge me. On space nerd stuff, I like to think I could at least keep my own. But stuff I don't like taking allergy medication, I'm terrible at. And this is the byproduct. Joanne says pollen is killer this year. I need to do that. Yeah. Tim, how are you on TV and coffee talk at the same time? Is that Disney magic? Oh, baby. It's the magic of television. There were many flying trampolines yesterday evening in Melbourne, Palm Bay area. There was quite a storm yesterday. Somebody asked me if it was a tornado, which actually, let me do this. I don't think it was, but let me do this. Give me a few seconds to do this. I want to put another weather computer up. Do that. Stand by. I know. We'll do you. I'm switching over to the other radar. 24 hours back. What time was it bad? Obviously, what I'm popping up right now, you can see our radar. This was our radar yesterday when we had it in severe mode. If you're curious, by the way, nerd fact for you. If you're curious, this is yesterday. I'm showing yesterday's radar. If you're curious, when we go into severe mode, we bring in the range, push up the PRF, which allows us to look into the winds much better. That radar imagery, for example, if you look, that's our radar. But I wanted to look at Palm Bay. People were talking about how bad it got in Palm Bay. So this was our radar yesterday as that line of storms marched into Palm Bay. Yeah, so we'll back it up just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that was nasty. If you look at our radar, we were showing winds of 40 to 50 miles per hour. That's a look at the Orlando International Airport radar. They were showing winds of 50 to 60 miles per hour. National Weather Service is the closest radar there. They were showing winds of, 50 to 60 miles per hour. So all of our radars were sampling this, and it was nasty no matter what. That's the National Weather Service radar. You see that circle on the top? That's how you can tell that it's the Melbourne radar versus our radar. That was quite the nasty cell as it moved in. So anyway, there's that. You can see we switched from the severe mode to the regular mode because we didn't need it to be in severe mode anymore. There's this thing called physics that we battle. And so that's, if you're curious. If you're not curious, then that's fine. But if you're curious as to why, when I'm tweeting and I'm talking about severe modes, that's why. Because when we push the PRF up, basically physics limits the range. So we're running all kinds of special algorithms and all this stuff, which is why you have to know how to run your radar. Anyway, I know somebody was mentioning that on Twitter, so I just wanted to share that. Still in at 3, 7, 8, and 10, all boys. Good God. Annika, I need to give you a hug. I've got my 1.5-year-old and my 4-year-old. I cannot imagine 4. I seriously, I need to send you a Starbucks gift card and a hug. God bless. Man. Terry, I heard something about more rain next week. Is that as bad as the last couple of days? For right now, the severe threat isn't there. I would watch Thursday. That's when the next frontal boundary will move in. And it's a decent front, too. I mean, look at that. From high temperatures around 90 degrees to like the mid and upper 70s. That's not nothing. That's something. April fronts are not great, okay? Now, I want you to notice a couple of things here. We're getting warmer early this week, then our temperatures come down late this week into the weekend. Let's compare that to my April forecast that I put out like a month ago. I just want to compare. How we doing? So here we are, we're on April 3rd. Milder than cooling. I don't know that I would say that that's great. Warming trend 4th and 5th. That's correct. milder 6th and 7th. That's correct. I would say that I'm going to, you know, if I were to be a critiquer, and that's not my job, that's Chris Pierce's job, I would say no, there, but I would say yep, there, and yep, there. I'm critiquing my long-range forecast. How far out are we? Oh, 4 minutes away. All right, so there we are. All right, so at least, you know, hey, first couple of blocks there on the old April forecast aren't looking too bad. All right. All right, it is Seamless Sunday, and we are inside of 4 minutes, which means I guess I should probably go do some work. So today, beautiful clearing skies. Tomorrow we'll add a little bit more moisture back in, and then yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday near 90 degrees, and then into next weekend, could we be talking about a cool front? Yeah, at least April style. It's not going to be massive, but it's going to be something, all right? All right, my friends, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so very much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. Hope you have a great Sunday. I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm in studio. I am doing sunrise. I am doing sunrise tomorrow. I have to psych myself out for that. Are you doing sunrise tomorrow, Ernesto? Blah. Who do I have to work with tomorrow? Since I can't make fun of Matt anymore. Nick? I love Nick. Okay, I'll take that. All right, be the sunshine in someone else's day, everybody. I'll see you from the studio at like 8:01 tomorrow and on 4:30 a.m. on